Next up in the fighter profile interviews is Wesley White. We chat about family, weight loss, fitness and well-being, his Muay Thai background and training for the 13th Perth Corporate Rumble on April 5. Special thanks to Westside Auto Wholesale, major sponsor of today's guest, as well as Gobsmack Sports Mouthguards, major sponsor of the Perth Corporate Rumble. Like an actual official, like not a real belt, but they're heavy.
Yeah.
Have you seen the belts that they've got?
No.
You haven't seen the ones you get.
No.
You like if you win a belt.
Is that right?
And it's not like that inflatable thing you got on the corner there.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a Perth Corporate Rumble inflatable belt done. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be glorious, and I'm going to wear it. No one's touching it. You get a belt.
Yep.
Like a
proper belt.
Proper belt.
Yep.
And that usually is enough incentive for people to
want to win,
to get that third round in.
Yeah.
It's good. If you win, they hand out 15 belts.
Yeah.
There's a draw, which is very, very rare. You both get a belt.
Yeah.
If you want, so if you want to cut a deal and say, listen, let's go home both with a belt tonight. I think that's what happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
We've got a mutual friend. I don't know. I was trying to get a bit of research. The message I sent you last night, I'm not going to give you a hard time. Did you see what I said when you replied to the top questions? You know how I...
Yeah. I replied to the wrong section.
yeah. So when you messaged back, I was like, oh, geez, I hope he hasn't got the shits with me here.
No. Not at all.
So it was... no, it's fine. I mean, most of the stuff is going to be about Muay Thai anyway.
Yep.
So what's the difference between Muay Thai and Thai boxing?
Muay Thai is Thai boxing. Some people say...
Is it the same thing?
Yeah, it's the same thing, yeah. Some Aussies will say Thai boxing, Muay Thai is more the Thai, Muay Thai, you know?
Yeah.
That's what they say. Yeah.
Because I searched a lot last night trying to work out what the difference between... And I couldn't actually find it. So what do they call it over there, Muay Thai?
Muay Thai, yeah.
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai, yeah.
Muay Thai. I got to pronounce it.
Yeah.
One of my friends who does Muay Thai, every time I pronounce it wrong, he corrects me.
Yeah.
So, but it's so we got I was trying to do a bit more research on you last night. We got a mutual friend, Louise Bertola.
Oh yeah.
She spoke very highly of you.
Yes.
She said she knew you from the wine. Thanks for the wine as well.
That's okay, mate.
She's sending something out to the rest of the people. I got a gift when Wes came in today.
Got to get something, mate.
And you got your notes and everything. That's great. I love the prep you've done today. I've done a bit of prep today as well. Tried to do a little bit of work last night. So she spoke highly of you. She said you worked at a winery with her.
No, she worked there. I used to take the kids there for lunch on Sundays.
Oh, is that how it happened?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nice lady. Very nice lady.
Yeah. Full of energy. We had kids at school together.
Yeah.
So
she's got 4 kids.
Yeah. She got 3 boys and a girl.
Yeah.
Full range of ages.
Yeah, I've got 2, 1 boy, 1 girl.
Okay. How old are yours?
My daughter's 7, my boy's 5.
Both in school this year? First time?
Both at school, yeah.
How's that going?
Yeah, good. It's good to have them at school, you know.
You don't tell me which school, but is it around here?
Bayswater, yeah.
Okay, we'll just say Bayswater. We don't have to talk about which one it is.
Yeah.
And only because I'm going through it at the moment is you don't really think when you buy a house, and this is before kids, you don't think about schooling and high schools and stuff like that, do you?
Not really, no.
You been thinking about it?
Well, I just bought the house a while ago in 2017, so I didn't,
The prices would have jumped.
Yeah,
look at that smile on your face, Wesley White.
Bayswater's done well, hasn't it?
It is surprising.
Yeah, it's done very well.
It is surprising because when I said, it's good that we live in the same suburb, nice and close, because a couple of people have been late, Georgia, and the reason is, and this isn't giving them a hard time, because we do these early in the morning, they have to deal with that freeway traffic.
Yeah.
That would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
And because you work in Bentley at the moment, we'll go into your sponsor in a sec, but just around the corner, it's but Bayswater's big.
It's a big place.
It's massive.
Yeah, because it's two sides of the railway, on the left side and the right side. So.
And there's a good part. We're in the good part of Bayswater. We're in like the Bayswater Heights.
That's right.
And then you got the Bayswater out near the Tonka.
You got the Bronx there.
The ghetto. Yeah. But it is a massive suburb.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's good. It's
good
a nice...
Good suburb though.
Good. It's a nice spot here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because next door, like our fence, that's Bedford.
Yeah.
And then there's like Inglewood and Maylands. Yeah, I'm just telling everyone where I live now. So it's like I'd say the best part of Bayswater or the worst part of, I don't know, Inglewood,
Yeah,
I guess.
right. You've been to the new pub, Bayswater Pub?
I did the other night.
Pretty good, eh?
First, do you remember what it used to be like?
Oh, it was bad before.
It was rough as guts.
Yeah,
It's funny you say that. I was having this conversation last night with a guy at work. They've done that so well.
Good kids' playground, good drinks, good food, yeah.
The kids, let's talk about kids' playground, that kids' playground there.
Yeah.
That couldn't have been, this is Bayswater Hotel, everyone. That couldn't have been built for that place. You know that slide?
Yeah.
That looks like it is been out of some amusement park that went under.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
How did Old Health and Safety approve that thing? That thing's a monster.
It's very high, yeah.
Good on them. But yeah, that's a quality place. The food, I'm not into food at all, except when I dine at the Crown on April 5. I love that food.
Yeah.
But the food there's fantastic.
Yeah, it's good, yeah. I had a couple of good meals there.
Major sponsor, Bayswater Hotel. Oh, I don't have my Gobsmack t-shirt on today. I do have the Saba beanie. It's not cold. That's just why I'm wearing it. Your sponsor, not only did you bring in wine, but you're dripping in merch with the Westside Auto Wholesalers, which are your sponsor. They're out in Bentley?
In Bentley, yeah. Biggest warehouse in WA.
Quality place.
Yeah.
I've looked for cars there.
Got 3,000 cars under one roof.
And motorbikes?
Got everything.
It's got a few motorbikes.
Everything. Cars, caravans, Ferraris, Corollas, whatever you want. It's all there.
There's some fancy cars out there.
Right.
Is that associated or like not a rival company, but another company? It's called Cars to Go or something. What's that one out on Great Eastern Highway, Midland?
Yeah, no.
Massive one.
Westside Auto is just the one owner.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Bob Fowler's the owner.
Bob Fowler, yep.
CJ's the CEO, so there's just one.
What's CJ's? What's his name?
CJ's the CEO. He's the main. He runs the place for Bob.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I've actually met Bob Fowler.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've met him like years ago.
He also owns.
Is he involved in a lot of things?
Boston
Brewing Co.
Boston
That's
Brewery,
it in
that's
Vic
his as
Park.
well.
That's the one.
That's his as well. Yeah. So
he's doing well.
Done very well.
How long you been there?
10 years I've been with him. So
10.
Long time.
Are you on the floor as a
I'm in sales, and buying as well.
Do you have, because I'm familiar with Westside Auto Wholesalers in Bentley, you know those dongers that you've got down the middle?
Yeah.
Are they called, what are they called, sales pods?
Sales offices.
Sales offices?
Yeah.
Do you have one of your own, or are they shared?
Yeah, it's one of our own. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I couldn't share that with someone else.
It's pretty small.
Yeah.
The most impressive thing about that place, this is just me, the cars, the prices and the options are impressive, but how on earth do you keep the floor that clean?
We've got a team that does all the cleaning, make sure the cars are presented right.
Yeah.
There's a special team that does that. That's all they do.
To just detail the cars?
All day, yeah.
All day?
They just wipe them down, make sure they're presented. Like when you walk in, all the cars look brand new.
They do?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. But it's a lot easier under the shed as well, you know?
Yeah, not outside.
Not outside in the dust and the rain and sun. So.
But none of the cars are dripping oil. Or you go to some car yards and it's in winter. It's a bit slippery underfoot there.
Yeah, all our cars are checked over. We've got a proper workshop. It's a big operation. It's like a Woolworths of cars.
And is there a big turnover of cars?
We're selling 1,100 cars a month out the door. 1,100
really?
Every month. Yeah, it's massive. Massive operation.
Massive turnover.
Yeah.
Do you get like a lot of cars in from like mining companies and things like that?
We get a lot ready for mining.
Yeah.
We get them all prepped up, put all the stripes on them, get all the lights done, and they just ring us and buy it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we sell hundreds of them every month.
Do most people do trade-ins, or are they...
you can do trade-ins, you can sell your car, you can do whatever you want.
How do you get that many cars?
We've got a team of 20 buyers in Perth. All they do is just buy cars constantly from over east, from everywhere. Privately, companies, the whole lot. It's just non-stop.
Their knowledge of cars must be...
Oh, it's crazy. It's incredible.
I'm pretty sure someone from a car yard bought an old car of mine, and he came here and he started up, didn't even take it for a drive, and he was looking at, I don't know what he was looking at. He plugged something in as well. I don't know what he was
Probably
doing.
a scanner or something. Yeah.
And then he just goes, yep, here's the price, buy the car.
Yeah.
Isn't it a risk? Like, you guys ever buy cars and you get them back, you go, Jesus, this thing's a...
Well, they do. With us, we have to do a proper clear title search, so the car hasn't been in an accident. There's a system now.
Yeah.
It's called a PPSR search.
Is that like revs?
It's like revs, and then they do the scans as well, because the scanners pick up everything now. You plug it into the computer and it tells you the whole history of the car.
That must be what he did with mine.
Yeah, that's what he's done, so he knows exactly what's happening.
It was an old crappy X-Trail anyway, so I didn't even know it had a computer inside.
Yeah, they just scan it and then off they go.
Jeez, it's getting a bit easier than it used to be.
Yeah, much easier.
The computers on cars. Do you understand? Are you in? I saw you pull up. You know what I was excited about? I was excited about seeing what you're going to pull up in today.
Yeah.
Have you talked to Nicky about cars? Big Nicky.
No, I haven't. No.
I think he's got a Ferrari.
Has he?
Yeah, I think that man. I reckon he's the kind of guy who would chew your ear about luxury cars.
Yeah.
So I was keen to see what you rocked up in today. Is that your car, or do you get to take work cars?
That's my personal car.
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of Beamers, they drive fast and drive well, so that's what I like.
I saw some of your old photos on your... I did have a bit of a look on your Facebook profile here. Yeah. Something I did like, there's a couple of them, where the glasses... That there is just a BMW special set of glasses. Right. And a Ferrari T-shirt.
I still wear them at work, so yeah. I've always been renowned to wear sunnies,
Oh, those ones are classics. What shoes? I didn't even look. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to go into your photos.
Some old photos, yeah.
There's that's all I had because I was trying to get you on Instagram, but look, pending. It's been pending a while. Jeez.
I've got to accept you. Sorry, mate.
That's all right, mate. There's no rush. What shoes? Because this is always interesting. Is what shoes did you wear? Oh, they're pretty good in your photos.
On clouds, yeah.
Yeah, because this year, look at those. Have you seen your photos?
Yeah, the ones you sent me. Yes.
Have you seen the rest of them? Let's get these bad boys up. I got them all. Look at you there, Wes. Look at the confidence on you there.
Got to tan my upper arm.
I'll just a bit of Photoshop. I'll do that for you, mate. I think Kiri was asking me. I won't get into what Kiri was asking me for.
Yeah.
Oh, the finger guns. And they're your blue ones. Your photos actually came up really good. I did like these photos.
Yeah.
The fact that you've got like good, clean shoes on as well.
Yeah, black shoes.
It just makes my life so much easier when I come to edit it.
How do you accept the thing on your...
Jeez, I don't know. There we go. I think that's it. Confirm. There we go. I think that's it.
Yeah, done.
Look at us young chappers with technology. There we go. Here's all your photos. Oh, this is a bit more up to date. Okay. All right, let's get back into your sponsor. So you've been there 10 years. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's been good. I've been in the car game for a long time, so it's the best place in Perth to work. Brad. There's so many cars there, so options. If someone walks in there, they're going to find something, which makes the job a lot easier.
Mm.
The last thing you want to do is go into a car yard with 40 cars or 50 cars there. You go in there's 1,200 cars on display, so
it is impressive. I'm not even a car person, but it is impressive.
Yeah, it is.
But I do find at that place, I found the car that I wanted, but just for a little bit extra, I could get this better car. And then I was like, just for a bit extra, it's almost like upgrading a Happy Meal.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go to large.
It happens all the time there.
Go in there for a Mini and walk out with a what's it called? A Safari. Sahara.
Looking for a Corolla and walk out with a Beamer.
But you enjoy it, that's the key.
Yeah, it's good. Pays the bills, feeds the kids.
How flexible are your hours?
We do a lot of hours. That's the only thing. It's 6 days a week.
Really?
Yeah.
That is the killer. The fact that Saturdays probably... What day are you closed?
Saturdays.
Because you open Sundays as well.
No, we're closed Sundays.
Closed Sundays,
so
okay.
you get one day off. We try and take an RDO here and there. So.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't want to, because if you're not there, you might miss out on a deal, you know? Yeah.
That must be tough, thinking that just the next... You never know what the next person's going to come in.
That's right.
Can you judge? Not that you should judge, but can you sort of tell by looking at people?
You can't really judge a book by its cover.
No.
I think if you talk to them for 5-10 minutes, you sort of know.
Better idea.
Yeah, what's going to happen.
The thing I did like about that place is when I walked in, I wasn't swarmed.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes you walk into a car yard?
Yeah, they just let you walk around and relax and have a look.
Mm.
Yeah. Because it's all fixed price anyway, Brad, so you're not going to...
Is it?
Yeah.
None of it's negotiable?
Yeah, no, you just pick a car, that's the price, and that's it.
The prices were pretty good, though.
Yeah, we got someone that does the pricing, so it's all set, it's all done.
And you guys do finance and everything.
Yeah,
you do it all there. You do it all. Jeez, I'm talking up West Side.
Yeah, one-stop shop.
Do you think you're going to stay there?
I've been there 10 years, so yeah, I can't see why not. Unless I want to do something different. But
what'd you do prior?
I've always been in cars.
Yeah.
Before that, I worked for another group, DVG group, but they sold up, and then I went to West Sides after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how'd you go about getting these guys to sponsor you?
I spoke to CJ, the CEO.
What's CJ's name? Are you able to say that?
It's a long name. I've got to... Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's...
CJ. We'll just go with CJ. We'll just go with CJ. So what'd CJ say?
Yeah, he said he'd be happy to sponsor, yeah, for sure. He said it was something he wanted to do for the company, sponsor one of the staff and present it. And yeah, it's good.
Are they all going to be coming?
Oh, he's got a table reserved, so for sure.
It's sold out. It caught a lot of people off guard this year.
Yeah.
Caught me off guard.
Really quick.
Yeah, I it always sells out, but I didn't think that was going to happen this quick this time, because I've moved from gone from two a year to one a year.
Yeah,
and they've really pumped everything into this one.
Yeah,
and it all happened too quick.
Yeah, they've done a very good job, Nigel and Glenn. That's a huge event now, isn't
it? From where they were when I first not met them, because I've known Glenn for 20 odd years, but when I first got involved, it was probably about PCR 5 or 6. From where they were then to now, it's unbelievable how well organised and how well drilled. I mean, you still have moments.
Yeah, of course.
You've seen Glenn.
Yeah, that's right.
Just yelling at me.
He's out there for sure, yeah.
How have you found Nigel and Glenn?
Yeah, really good. I've just been going to training and just doing my own thing and, yeah, just trying to focus, you know.
You're pretty quiet there.
Yeah, I'm a sort of quiet guy.
Not the big hype man?
No, I don't really, I just do my own thing and stay quiet to myself, you know.
Have you bonded? Because normally, like, you get little groups of people, not little cliques of people, but just people that you seem.
There's a couple of guys there. Paul that trains with Mike Kaplan, my boxing trainer.
Is Mike Kaplan your trainer?
Yeah, he's my trainer. Yeah, so yeah.
Mike Kaplan, he's 10-2 professionally, I think.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
that's right.
Bullet
hasn't fought. He was quick.
Yeah, very
those
fast.
Hands,
Lightning.
Jesus.
Yeah. Very quick. Nice guy, very humble. He trained Paul. Paul was there last year, and that's how I got to know about the event. So I went last year to watch Paul.
Paul King.
Yeah.
he got the win over Jai Just Bleed Reed.
Yeah, he trains.
That's right.
He trains with Michael as well.
That was a matchup. They're wizards, Glenn and Nigel, when it comes to those matchups. I don't know how they do it. Yeah. They somehow get the matchups that tight.
Yeah, experience.
There's so many. That's what it is. Yeah. It's just how smart they are, and the IQ, the fight IQ of those guys is through the roof. But I remember when I saw that matchup, and I've gone, oh geez, Paul is in his mid-50s, and it's coming back to do it again. Yeah. Good on you, Paul. Well done, Paul. Same sponsor as well, MBK Fitness. And I saw Paul in his 50s. He's up against Jai, who was in his early. Jai looked fantastic, by the way. From where that guy was 18 months prior to where he was, he looked fantastic. Well. Yeah, just healthy, happy, good, nice, quiet kid.
Yeah.
And have you seen the fight?
I watched.
Oh, you watched the fight?
I was there.
Oh, yeah, of course. But have you watched it back?
The replay?
Yeah.
No, I didn't watch the replay. No.
Have a look. I'm not saying this happened. I'm not saying everyone was aware of it, because no one was aware of it. But I think some people may have been. I think I was. Jai dislocated his shoulder in the second round.
Yeah.
And it popped back in.
Wow.
Or someone may not have popped it back in. I don't know. And he came out, and I could see him just headhunting in that last round. And Paul King still took some shots.
Oh, yeah.
And managed to push through. Yeah. What an accomplishment for
it's for
anyone.
It's unbelievable.
And he's so focused. He's quiet, head down.
Yeah.
He's the Hammer. That's his nickname.
That's him. Yeah.
He'll be tough to fight.
Yeah, he's very tough. I've taken some real good hits off him. Yeah.
He's just like a little. It's going to sound. It doesn't sound wrong, but he's just like a little, not a barrel, but I've watched people try to hit him, and you can't get a clean shot on him anywhere. You're always going to clip a shoulder or an arm
he's
or
like
something.
A big snowball. He's sparring. I take my hat off to him for his age, 55. That's buddy.
He's done well, and you're 47.
Yeah,
born in 77.
Correct.
So when's your birthday? Is this year coming up?
April 7. 2 days.
2 days after.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Be able to have a beer by then.
How's your? Cause the only reason I say this is because you're about 2 months older than me.
Yeah.
I'm the young one in the room for once. How is your body holding up?
Oh, I won't lie to you, Brad. On some days, it's really, really sore. Been doing a lot of sauna, ice baths, just trying to contain myself, Keeping up with these young blokes, it's, the body's, you do feel it on some days. Yeah.
We took it for granted.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't we? In our 20s?
Yeah, 20s is easy days.
Jeez, it works in reverse, doesn't it? Like life, when you think about it, you should do the first few, 20 years tough, and then your body just gets stronger and stronger. That'd be good.
Works the other way.
Oh, yeah. That'd be good. So, how are your hands and your wrists? Because the couple of people I've spoken to, it's just getting the wrists ready. You've obviously got a background in Muay Thai, but a lot of people, when they're hitting, they're rolling the wrists and taking a lot in the wrists.
Yeah,
so, I mean, are your hands already conditioned for that kind of stuff? Or your wrists?
My hands are really conditioned from Muay Thai, but I always wrap them really tight as well, so they stay tight. I found they taught me that in Thailand, when you wrap your hands, wrap them really tight, so they stay straight, they don't bend.
Okay.
I haven't been any dramas there. It's just some days is the tremor and aftershock of training. That's what I got to watch, you know what I mean? Just conditioning myself to get back to recovery.
Yeah, because if you don't get your sleep.
Yeah,
and I was going to say, working full time as well.
Yeah, it's full on.
Because they're the sponsor, do they let you maybe nick off a bit early?
Oh, yeah, CJ's been flexible with training and all that, training times and having a rest, so it's been good. It's been very good that way.
It's good that they're supportive.
Yeah.
They know what kind of commitment it is.
Yeah, it's full on when you say to people you're having a fight. In boxing, it's crazy. The everything, the diet, the training, everything, work, kids. It's just insane. Yeah,
I don't think people give enough credit, because a lot of guys, I could do that.
Yeah, they think it's easy, just going to do it, but when you're doing it, and you feel when you wake up the next day and your body's in shock, it's crazy.
Oh, it'd be madness.
Yeah.
And then you got to back it up.
Then you got to back it up again, yeah.
It's like
just work through it.
Someone told me that it was like trying to start a car in like fifth gear.
Yeah.
You just got to nurse it. Yeah. Just don't stall. No. Just keep it going. Yeah. Once it's going, it's warm. Yeah. It's going on. You training 4 times a week?
4 times, yeah.
So you're getting all of them.
Yeah.
You're going to be lethal on the night, mate.
Oh, I hope so. I need to be fit anyway, that's for sure,
I was watching you at training, and your hands are a lot quicker than I thought.
Yeah.
So you look comfortable.
It's been very tough too, because people don't realise when you're switching from... I've done Muay Thai for so long, and you switch to boxing, it's a totally different sport. It's so different. Your leg work, your movement, It's totally different. Muay Thai, you're just standing on the ground and waiting. Boxing, you got to move your feet, you got to move your head, you got to weave in, weave out. Jabs, yeah, it's so different. It's like driving a Formula One car, and then driving a superbike, Formula One superbike. It's totally different.
Yeah,
totally different sport.
But people just assume that all combat sports are the same.
Yeah, no, it's not. I thought it was going to be easy. I'm finding it actually quite hard to transition. It's very, very difficult with the footwork.
I always wondered how it went with people like kickboxers, only because, did you see that video going around of those two boxers and then the guy threw the kick at the end and knocked the guy out?
I haven't seen
I'll get that far. That is quality.
Yeah.
How you would go, because you've got this muscle memory of taking punches, protecting yourself, seeing an opening, and maybe throwing a knee,
a kick or an
elbow.
Knee
or an elbow. Yeah, because that's a DQ straight off.
Yeah, that's right.
And I definitely don't think you're the type of guy to throw it deliberately. But if it's instinctual, then
it's just the instincts. Yeah, it's good. But I'm really getting used to it. So it's been transitioning's okay now. It's good.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's just my leg work I had to really work on.
Just the movement.
A lot of skipping and a lot of moving it around and yeah.
Kaplan's footwork was outstanding though when he was a boxer.
Yeah, he's helped me out with that. He's really good.
Before I do go on, only because I did a bit more research on your coach, is this your coach here? In the red?
Yep, that's
his tattoos? That is him, isn't it?
Is that Kaplan there?
Yeah. It says there, Mike Kaplan. In the red.
Yeah, it is too. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure who officiates Pan Am Boxing Club, but I watched this fight, and I'm not saying there was a police report put in after this for an absolute robbery. Yeah. But I scored this heavily in the favour of Mike Kaplan.
Yeah.
And he lost on points. And
right?
Just have a look. Mike's in the red there. Have a look at the reaction on Mike for this bad boy.
Boxing out of the blue corner.
No, I don't think that was Mike.
That's not Mike Kaplan.
No, that's not him.
Sure.
They're different. Looks like a different bloke.
What's Mike's tattoos? I was trying to match the tattoos up. Let's have a look at these tattoos. That's not Mike. I thought it looked like maybe a bit older.
I can't see his...
It is a bit hard to see him. Anyway, if that is Mike Kaplan, Mike, you were robbed at the Pan Am Boxing Club. But one thing I do remember about Mike was how quick he was, especially the hands and his movement around the ring.
I fought. You told me he fought with, I think, Glenn and Nigel on the same
cards. Yeah. Yep. Glenn undefeated, the $6 million man. I think he's 7-0 or something. 6-0, 7-0.
They all fought on the same. Was it Thunderdome?
Thunderdome. Yeah. We got Thunderdome coming up, March 14th. Thunderdome 39. You have Billy Bosch Quincroft. The amount of Billy.
Yeah, heard of him. Yeah,
funny man. Yeah. He fought Aaron Tracy in Thunderdome 48. The amount. This is where I think PCR is head and shoulders above any other, I suppose what you'd say, a corporate boxing setting. And this isn't just in WA. I reckon this is Australia-wide, because you look at corporate boxing and a lot of people assume, okay, it's a couple of CEOs. They do a couple of weeks training and they get in there and they have a bit of fun and it's a draw and all that. The standard of boxing at these events is class.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not professional boxing, I understand that. But for a lot of first timers, it is outstanding.
Yeah, I watched it last year. It was impressive. It's a good event.
There were some stoppages last year.
Oh yeah, I mean
I got a bit rough. I got a bit rough towards the end.
Yeah. Always does, I suppose.
Well, I suppose when the standard is that high, and the fight between Barry and Barry Cox and Alex Torres, because that was a professional bout.
Yeah.
That was as good as any amateur boxing that I've seen.
That was a good fight, that one.
They're two good guys.
And I think Nigel was saying too in one of the training things that the event every year it seems to be getting better and better. Like the standard keeps going up and up and up.
Absolutely, no question.
So, which is impressive.
Well, so a lot of the PCR fighters have now gone pro. You've got two girls. You've got Jackie Toth and Joey Paul. Joey Paul's undefeated. You've got Billy Quincroft.
Yeah.
Him and his brother. Oh, Darren didn't fight in the PCR. Just that I know of. Aaron Tracy has had a pro fight. And you've got Will Cleggett, Big Pappy, who's down there training a fair bit. He's March 14. I think he makes his pro debut.
Impressive, eh?
That's this kind of standard that's there. But in saying that, they also allow people who have never fought before to get in there.
To get a chance, which is good.
Yeah, and they'll match them up accordingly.
It's a safe event, and it's a good show.
They won't feed anyone, and in just over a week, you'll get split into teams, and you'll probably be told your opponent.
Yeah.
And I don't want anyone to come to me and say, as they do every year, they go, "Oh, Brad, they set me up. They set me up to get beaten." Because a lot of people say that to us, and 9 times out of 10, that person will end up winning the fight.
Yeah.
So they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And Glenn and Nigel are that competitive that they don't want to drop one fight.
Yeah, that's fair enough too. Yeah.
So have you got any idea who you might be? Firstly, your team. Have you got any idea of what team you're going to be on?
I'm not sure, Brad.
I don't think no one's been told yet.
I don't think anyone knows the teams yet.
Is there a preference?
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me.
Whoever's going to be lucky enough to have you.
I'd say, that's right.
There's a lot to take into account. I suppose they'll match you up on who your opponent's going to be.
Yeah.
And then if that opponent
they go on the weights, don't they? Or?
Yeah, and if the opponent has any previous ties to a team, like, for example, I'm just going to use him because I know that you won't fight him, but you know Jared Chamberlain? Big boy Jared.
Yeah, he sells cars as well. I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maddington and Kenvale Toyota. That's right. That's his sponsor once again. Just say you were fighting Jared, which you're not, obviously, because of the weight difference. But you would therefore be red team because he's fought before and he's been in blue. He stays when he comes back.
The same teams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which makes my life a lot easier when it comes to the paperwork. I'm just showing you some of the weights here. These can fluctuate a lot here. Okay, so that's you at 68. That's about right.
Yeah, 67 at the moment with the training.
67.
Yeah.
That's a bit different then. So you've got a different sort of weight class. There's not as many. If you're sitting around between 80 and 85, there could be one of 20 people you're going to fight. A lot
of fighters,
They're not as tall. I mean, you got some big boys like obviously Jared and Nicky Carter and Paul and Kane Beck, like tall guys as well. But overall, it's not a overly tall crowd. Like last year, you had some monsters in there, like your Cam and Jordan there. They were big. So close to you got Easy Bakes, Riley Ovens.
Yep.
He's in 65.
Yep.
He was impressive. He didn't get the win, but he was very impressive when he fought.
He's a good fighter.
Josh Parmenter.
Yep.
Did the greatest pose while he was getting his photos taken. Did the double cobras.
Yeah.
He's coming in soon, so he's a
the same weight as me, is he?
Yeah, and maybe Angus. He's a little bit heavier than you.
Yeah.
I think Angus might go up as well. Angus is looking jacked.
Yeah.
So I think maybe you got Easy Bakes, Riley Ovens. Therefore, you'll be a red or close Josh. Maybe Josh.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yep.
I don't have any say in any of this.
Yeah. Just
me getting involved in this would only cause a problem. There's only a downside to it all. So
just a chat.
Yeah, I'm always interested. I put together a list of who I think is going to be fighting.
Yeah.
And I'm wrong a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And they do the order very well.
Yeah.
They seem to be able to get that perfect blend of when heavyweights come in. These are my emails that I refuse to look at. So it's, how many days are we? We've got to be close to 40 now.
Yeah, it's coming quick.
There is a countdown on the actual website as well. So let's have a look at this. 43 days. Remember when I messaged you guys? I said 59 days?
You said it'd be the quickest 59 days of your life, you said. It's true.
Well, you are, in 2 days, you're going to be into week 3.
Yeah.
So a third of the way through.
Unbelievable.
And
Goes so quick.
You've just started.
Yeah. Unreal.
I think it's going to be about week 7 or week 8 where the people that have put the work in those first couple of weeks, that's where they're going to go. That's where their advantage is going to kick in.
Yeah.
And when you got your opponent and you're in your teams, it steps up.
Yeah, 100%.
It steps up. And blue team, Glenn loves a bit of a trip to the beach as well. So get ready for some hill runs in the sand.
Yeah.
What am I doing here? Jeez, I've got too many tabs open. I was going to ask you, your family. Is it all right to talk about your family?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, beautiful.
Definitely.
Tell me about the White family and what they're thinking about. Family first. What do the family think about you boxing? Because it must be a bit daunting for them. I think it is.
Yeah, they're pretty. My dad and my brother both ex-jockeys. So
you said that.
Yeah,
what did they weigh in at?
Oh, my brother used to ride at 54, 53 kilos. And
how tall? Because you're pretty tall.
Not as tall as me. Probably, I think he's about 174, 175.
That's tall for a jockey, though, isn't it?
He was tall for a jockey. Was a good boxer too in his day. So, yeah.
He would have been in. He would have been in a little savage division, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he was very fast. So they're pretty excited. They know I'm doing it for a good cause and fitness and something I want to tick off, you know what I mean?
It's a big step up.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because you've obviously got let's talk about your Muay Thai here, because you did tell me. You've been in Thai. A lot of people go across there for like a 2-week training.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to do that.
10 times in the last 3-4 years. So
10 times?
I go a lot, twice a year minimum.
Really?
Yeah, I love it there.
Tell me about these programs, because I see people and they just seem to be in some open air gym having the time of their life, sweating like you don't. Tell me about these things. Tell me how they're set up.
Well, it's just amazing. Like most of the gyms there, you got like a beach view, or it's like you say, open air, palm trees, just training. It's just unreal. Your food's all healthy, coconut water.
Oh, so it's like almost like a resort that you go to.
You can stay in the camp if you want. You can live there and train there, or you can live in your own hotel and go and train there. So the options are all up to you. It just depends what you want to do.
And which one did you opt for?
I stayed in my own hotel. I did my own thing, and then I just trained twice a day. You just go in there, train. You can do one-on-one. You can do classes. You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get back a couple of times a year.
Yeah, I love it there. I absolutely love it. Love the food. I love the training. I love everything. Because I was about 4 or 5 years ago. I had a pretty tough time. I went through a marriage breakup, and I was 88 kilos, bro.
I was trying to find some photos of you 4 years ago. Cannot find them.
Yeah, I probably deleted them all. But
88 kilos.
88.
That's
kilos.
heavier than me.
Heavy. It was real heavy.
About the same as me.
Just bad lifestyle, drinking, not eating well, just not right, you know. So when I went through that hard thing, it's mentally, spiritually, physically, when I started Muay Thai, everything changed for me, you know. My diet, my lifestyle, cut down alcohol, everything just changed, you know, training.
Feel better for it?
Mate, I've never felt this good in my life, you know, at 47.
Really? That's great to hear.
If I kept going like I was before, geez, I don't know where I end up now.
Just have a blowout.
Yeah.
And it's harder, the further you are into it, the harder it is to come back.
Yeah, and as you know, at our age, at 47, and it's so hard to lose weight. It's just so hard. You just train twice as hard to get the same result. So it's good now. I'm in a good space. My mind's good. I'm clear. Yeah, things are a lot better.
Training or any kind of exercise, it's so underrated, isn't it? It's hard.
Yeah.
It feels so good afterwards.
Oh, it's just for everything. Your mental health, your work, your clarity, your family life, your body, everything just feels better. Yeah.
Were you injured at any point during it all?
No, thank God, touch wood, I've always been okay. Just always been good, you know?
That's good.
Yeah, so I've been lucky there.
The only reason I say that is I've had like a bit of a sore Sore back for about 2 years now.
Yeah.
I've done everything I can to get it better, and I'm too terrified to start the training again.
Yeah.
And I've noticed my headspace is not where it should be.
Yeah.
I have days like I was cursing you coming today. I was like, bloody hell. I wasn't really, but I do see the importance of it.
Yeah.
And having an event like this where you train for it, and you got a focal point, you've got the date, you're going to have your team in about a week.
Yeah.
Just makes it, I suppose, easier to train.
Oh, yeah.
Once you've got like a purpose to train rather than just going to the gym and doing the same stuff over and over.
Yeah. And it's easier now. My weight's good, and I can just focus on training and just eating right and just watch what I'm doing, you know.
Being lighter, is it easier to train?
So much. It's just unbelievable. I remember the day, because I live, as you know, at Bayswater, which is across. I think I was 80. Yeah, when I was 87, 88 kilos. I said, Gibney Reserves just across the road from me.
Yeah.
So one day I put my shoes on. I said, I'll go for a quick jog around the park.
How'd you go?
Mate, I was gassed out after. It was embarrassing. Probably after, I don't know, maybe a minute, I was just gone.
Really?
And I said, I gotta do something. This is not right. And then,
Well, how lucky it happened then and not 12 months later.
Yeah. And then that's when I started. I said I'm going to book myself a trip to. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see some training there.
Well, now you've allowed me access to
Yeah.
it. Let's go.
Sorry,
I did.
mate.
I was watching this.
Yeah. And then
Light on the toes.
Yeah. So that's when I went there to Thailand, trained with the boys there, and they got me in good shape, you know.
How much easier is it to train outside? Like, I know this is still undercover, but outdoors, it must be just refreshing.
Oh, it's like you're in an oasis when you're in Thailand. You're training the palm trees, the fresh air, the beach.
How long ago was this? You look a big boy there.
Yeah, it was, I think, maybe 2 years ago. I was still cutting down. Probably about 76 there, 75 kilos.
Jeez.
I'm still about 10 kilos off.
Okay. Is there any photos of you? There's not any photos of you with a bit more weight on you. That's sort of the same kind of thing. No. 88 kilos on your... That would have been massive.
Yeah, I was big. I'll have to get you a photo.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious now.
I'll have to get you a photo. Probably when I was... I'd have to check my old wedding photos. You'd probably see them.
Let's see if anyone's tagged you in a photo. If you ever want to find out about someone, you go to Instagram and have a look when their mates have tagged them in some absolute shocker. You're in good nick in all of these. Look at this. Is this where you train? MBK Fitness?
Yeah, that's Mike, That's Mike on the left.
I was going to say, they're Paul King's major sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, he's quick.
Yeah.
Still got that hair.
Yeah.
I did like that hair when he was boxing.
Yeah.
Oh, good on him. Oh, so he's training you as well. Are you still doing the training at Where is MKB? Is that the one up in Morley?
He just does it from his house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got like his own gym there. So,
jeez. Original 2007. What is this? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. He's obviously he's stopped boxing. We're talking about Mike Kaplan here.
Yeah.
I think it's last in 2019.
Yeah.
That was his last one. How does he go with, I guess, training you guys? Is he get just as enthused about it because he knows what you're going in for? Like, how does he go?
I like him. He's very passionate.
Yep.
And he puts a lot of work into his guys, you know.
Yeah.
He likes making sure we're on the right track, which is what I like, you know.
And it'd be good to get advice from him, and then advice from Nigel, and advice from Glenn, and Chris, and Craig is pretty handy as well.
Yeah.
So you've got all these people looking out for you. It's not like you got one trainer here. You got five.
A few of them. Yeah.
That's good. Well, you're in safe hands, mate. I feel a lot more comfortable about you getting in the ring now. I wasn't too sure. I'm just joking. Sorry, have you got no? You got,
no, it's fine.
You just printed your stuff out. So there's no real structure. I'm jumping all over the place here. You also train at Pursuit Gym in Morley?
in Morley, yeah.
Is that part of Genesis?
Yeah,
it's in the back of Genesis.
Okay.
Muay
Thai, yeah.
So you do Muay Thai there?
Yeah.
And then you still do it at MBK?
Well, MBK is only boxing. That's with Mike.
Yep.
I haven't been doing Muay Thai because of the
PCR.
Yeah.
Oh, so when the
So-
PCR's finished, you reckon
then-
you're going to go back to
Then I'll
the
probably,
Muay Thai?
then I'll probably go back to Muay Thai.
Do you prefer the Muay Thai?
Like I said, totally different sports. I like both. The fitness side of it, I really like both of them. It's just totally different.
It's only the fight's only 6 minutes.
I've probably got more experience in Muay Thai, obviously,
Yeah.
because I've been doing it for a lot longer. But boxing's very interesting.
Have you had any Muay Thai fights?
No fights, just training in Thailand.
Just training.
Yeah, plenty sparring, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think it's going to be when you step up? How do you reckon you're going to go? Because composure is a massive thing.
Yeah.
Because it's so unnatural to get hit
Yeah.
and have to keep your composure. But surely with sparring, even the Muay Thai sparring, you must be conditioned to be able to take a shot
Oh, of course, yeah.
and keep your composure.
Yeah.
It's got to be a huge advantage.
Yeah. You have to. That's the key, isn't it? You can't lose your composure.
No.
No.
And you know the rules, the scoring and all that for the boxing?
Mike sort of briefly touched on it, but
Yeah.
I haven't really.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
10-9 scoring system,
Yeah.
which is, I think that's pretty standard. But there's only one knockdown or standing 8 count
Yeah.
for the whole fight.
Yeah.
So if you get an 8 count in the first,
Yeah.
then you can't get one for the rest of the fight because
Yeah,
then
yeah.
they'll call it.
Yeah.
Because it is still, I know it's competitive, but it is still amateur and they
Yeah.
do want to look after you.
Oh, of course.
Mm.
Which I feel was safe with the headgear and everything. Looks
Yeah.
like a good event.
The refs are world class.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah, I saw them last year. They did look world class.
They're good.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not a ref. I can't say exactly, how to do it. But I do like the fact that if they're giving someone a standing 8 count, they give them every opportunity.
To get back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It may be 10, maybe 12, maybe 15. I don't know. There's a bit of a slow count
Yeah.
going on there. But I can see why they're doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, good. And the judges, I give the judges a hard time, but the judges do a better job than I can. And I think if anyone thinks that there was a raw deal on the night, when the videos come out, go back and watch it.
Have a look, yeah.
Because what you see on the video is often very different to what you see in the ring.
Yeah.
Plus, if one of your mates are fighting.
Of
course.
you always pass, yeah.
He won 10-7 that round. They ended up losing it. So, I want to get back to your Muay Thai here. So, how did it even start? Was that just you wanting to get into your fitness to lose that weight, or did you have friends doing it? It's because it's not.
Well, I only got into it when I went to Thailand. So
What is it about Thailand?
Well, it's like AFL in Australia. Everyone watches footy.
Yeah.
In footy season, it's our number one sport.
Yeah,
In Thailand, everything's Muay Thai. I mean, there's fights nearly every night. You could go to get a ticket off the street and go to a fight.
really?
Yeah, it's just that's all they do there. So there's gyms everywhere. There's fights like 4 or 5 times a week.
You're joking? I had no idea.
You got little kids fighting there from 8 years old, 9 years old. They're in the ring. It's just insane.
Do they play that music
Yeah,
as
they
well?
play the music. You do your ritual. They do all that stuff.
It's good that they've kept that. I
Yeah.
do like that part of it, and maybe not so much
That's
the
the
music.
spiritual part of it.
Yeah, because that music going in the background, is that distracting? Or you just get used to it?
It's part of the ritual, so you got to respect it, and you got to sort of. It's part of the. They say in Thailand, it's like you're. What's the word for it? You're meditating on it, because it's like a spiritual ground they're taking in before the fight.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something I do like about it is how respectful, you mentioned a couple of times, how respectful people are
Yeah,
with doing the Muay Thai. There doesn't seem to be any trash talk.
Yeah, no.
Once it's over, it's over.
Yeah. Everyone's very humble and
Just like the UFC.
Yeah, exactly. yeah.
Do you know Glenn tried out for the Ultimate Fighter?
Is that right?
He did many years ago when Rob Whittaker got in there.
Yeah.
I think they were turned into a bit of a circus back
Yeah,
then, just
yeah.
trying to get views. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Everything's dramatised.
Yeah, that Dana White's done a massive job, hasn't
He's done well.
he? Jeez,
They were in trouble.
amazing.
They were in trouble back in the day. Bought it for, what they bought it for, $2 million? Sold it for $4.3 billion.
It's crazy.
It's a lot of money. The company that bought that as well, they've bought WWE.
Yeah.
They've done a lot.
Yeah.
That UFC's taken over. And he's invested in... Glenn's asked me, I'm going to dive him in here. Glenn asked me to do a promo photo of him and Nigel in the style of, slap fight.
Oh, yeah.
It's a slap fight. I can't get into it.
Yeah.
That's popular. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it, no.
You haven't seen... You know what slap fight is?
No.
Let me just get YouTube up here. I think some former fighters do it now. So it's literally... Oh, jeez, turn that down. It's literally two people standing opposite each other, and you just slap until someone gets knocked out. That can't be good.
Yeah.
That can't be good for like the CTE. And so this is all it is, mate. I'm serious. It's got...
Is this in America or...
So that's it. It's huge worldwide. And that's all they do. And there's some mass... And like a lot of people get knocked out in this thing. Well, it's more a chop.
They're thinking of everything these days, aren't they?
But Dana White's invested in this.
Has he really?
I think this is actually his... Look at that. Oh, big boy's gone down.
Big hit.
Okay, so once you finish with the PCR, please don't get into slap fighting.
Don't think I will. Thanks.
Can't have a long... It's like bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah,
Seen that? Seen some of the injuries and that stuff?
Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine the scar tissue and stuff in your face after bare knuckle boxing.
Crazy.
It is madness. It is madness. So this is your second PCR. I should get back to PCR. This is your second PCR? First one as in like
as
the first one.
Spectator,
yeah. First one. How close did you sit last time? Do you remember where your seats were?
Yeah, it wasn't far off. I think I was 3 tables back from the ring. So it was...
Someone asked me the other day about the seating. They go, is it worth in row 5? If you stand in row 5, it's almost just as good as like row 2.
Yeah, it is. And there's TVs everywhere anyway. There's TVs, there's screens, there's...
Yeah. Everyone stands up the back, gets in that 7.5 hour drink
having
package.
A drink, it's a red carpet. It's bloody unbelievable. Good event.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's done from start to finish. And I think a lot of that, the production, Brightside are the guys that do the production. And they do like the Wildcats and they do tennis. And so it's not like they haven't spared any expenses. I mean, I know it is a pricey night, but the money goes to where it should in the end. And
for
to
charity, which is good.
Yeah, and to get that level of production.
Yeah.
And they do treat you like superstars.
Yeah.
And we're doing something different. Well, we're trying to, for the walkouts this year, we're trying to get the walkouts even more
Spectacular.
crazy. So I don't want to say it until I've got it locked away, but the walkouts are going to be madness this year. Absolute madness.
So I can wear my sunnies, bro.
Oh, did you? You'll need them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you a bit of it. I'll give you a bit of it only because I've been watching. I thought the walkouts are good, the way they got the music and the smoke machine. But I've been watching a lot of old like Klitschko and like some of the walkouts from the old school boxing ones. And I'm trying. I don't know whether Health and Safety are going to allow this, but I'm trying to black out the place when your name's announced, and then just have the one spotty coming in on you.
Nice.
Like, it's going to be good. I get way too excited about it. I get nervous prior to the event.
Yeah.
But you can see how intimidating it's going to be for someone who's never been to one of these events.
Yeah. Oh, you're always going to have nerves, aren't you?
You're going to have nerves, but you walk into that room, even... Like you guys are going to be in there probably about 2 o'clock because you do a full walkthrough of it all and you get a feel for the room.
Yeah.
But even walking into an empty room at 2 o'clock, still very intimidating.
Yeah.
Just knowing that 5 hours later it's going to be packed.
That's right.
How do you feel about a boxing debut on such a stage? Because a lot of people have...
just take it all in, bro. I think it's exciting. I mean, you're going to have nerves, but you just... Got to go with the flow, don't you?
I'm not trying to make you nervous. No. I know it sounds like. No, it's more if I think this would have to have the highest production of any amateur boxing event that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And this being your first.
Is it the biggest event in boxing in Perth?
Amateur?
Yeah.
Well, you got, I think Dragonfire do it as well.
But not as good as like a sit-down 3-course meal and
it's just different.
Yeah, red carpet. No,
Yeah,
Crown Casino.
I think it is different. That's where I suppose the corporate part of it comes into it.
Yeah.
Where Dragonfire do it very well at Thunderdome at Metro's City. But that's people who want to just go there and watch boxing.
Yeah.
And I think there's a new one called Pathways that's coming out that they're going to be at the RAC Arena.
Yeah,
So it's going to be sit down. Where this here is black tie, 3-course meal.
Yeah, it's different.
It's a different level. The boxing is what people say they come to watch, but boxing is only half of this.
Yeah.
And people love to get dressed up.
Yeah. It's all about.
Got to wear the black tie, mate. You got to be looking sharp.
Yeah.
Are you staying at the Crown?
My girlfriend wants me to, so I'm going to have to try and book a room, eh? Better get in quick.
I think
before that sells out too.
I think there's going to be some emails about that coming out to you guys pretty soon, just about how to get tickets and where. Have you stayed at the Crown before?
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
the Towers.
Yeah. Yeah,
they are special, aren't they?
Beautiful rooms.
They're good. And Crown is good. Crown do look after everyone as well.
They're very good. Service, everything's very nice.
And the people organising this event, I can't speak highly enough of them. They've got sort of, not a new crew, but they've got some new people in there that are really motivated for this to do well, which makes our job a lot easier. If you do stay there, you're going to stay on the Friday as well? Going to go back to back?
I think probably one night will be enough for it.
I think the start time hasn't been confirmed.
Yeah.
I think it may be coming forward about half an hour.
Yeah.
So if you check in,
check in early.
If you can, get it done. Get in there, do your walkthrough, get up into your room, get changed.
Yep.
So it's the following day where all the festivities happen the next morning in the pool.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not sure how long your partner takes to get ready, but I know with my wife, I might have to check in on.
The girls always take their time for sure.
Checking in on Thursday, mate, and see if she's ready by Saturday. It's a shame I couldn't find any photos of you at 88 kilos, only because it would have been fascinating to see where you've come from.
Yeah. I'll send you one when I.
Do you send me one?
I'll send you one.
And how do you reckon you've lost any weight between, say, when you started and now?
What, the PCA?
Yeah, in the last couple of weeks. I know Nikki's dropped about 4.
I'm pretty light now anyway, Brad, so I'm sort of just fluctuating, 67, 67 and a half, something like that.
I suppose you've got to be watching your food now in the sense of just recovering.
Watching what I'm eating as well, so I'm just keeping it the same sort of. I don't want to be wasting or anything like that, or putting on weight either. So
there's some guys around.
Stay at the same level.
There's some guys that are around your weight class. So I don't think you're going to have any dramas. I think some of the girls there's going to be a bit of a difference. I think they might need a cut, or maybe put on a couple to get up there.
Yeah.
But you'll be in safe hands. You'll definitely get a fight because they're down to 30 because you start at 32.
Yeah.
I think this is correct. Don't quote me on this. We started at 32 and there was always going to be 15 fights. So 2 people were going to have to miss out.
Yeah.
And I think someone pulled out from injury and another person just the other day. I'm not going to say his name just in case I get this wrong. I'm looking at a photo here of you at the XIII Racecourse in Hong Kong.
Yep.
Part of the Jockey Club.
Yeah.
Being a racing family and having some jockeys. Just the one brother jockey or 2?
Just one brother.
Just one brother?
Yeah.
He's a jockey?
Yeah.
Do you like a punt?
Oh, I love a punt. Yeah. Horse racing, love it. Yeah.
That's your specialty?
Yeah.
How do you go?
Oh,
overall?
Ups and downs all the
time. You won't ever hear about the wins. It's amazing the amount of people that do like what they call a social punt nowadays.
It's like I even like a punt on the footy too, the AFL. So,
do you get into full multis across different sports? And
I like to have a bet on one thing, and then the multis are too hard for me. Trying to back one win is hard enough. Then these multis, you're trying to get 3 or 4. Very hard.
I had this conversation with Mike the other day.
Yeah.
I do a 13-leg multi $1 million to 1 bet on the UFC each week. Hasn't come off, obviously.
Yeah.
If you were sitting on a multi, so I'll just ask you, and I don't think this is one of those things that I don't think you could truly answer until you've been in this situation. But if you were sitting on multi, 13 leg, 12 have come in.
Yeah.
You're sitting on 1.
Yep.
You're sitting on about 200,000.
Yeah.
You got one more to bring it up to the mill.
Yes.
Would you cash out?
It's a good question. No.
It's one of those things. I don't think until you're there, you know.
So you're saying take the 200 or
Take the
wait
200
for
or roll the dice and risk the 200 to bring in the mill.
That's a hard one.
And you were 2-1 odds on the mill on the last one. I know that doesn't add up
So you had the
mathematically.
favourite in the last leg, or
It was even.
I think I'd take the 200 and run.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I think I would too.
Have a year off.
How nervous?
Yeah.
How nervous would you be in that last one though?
If you went,
If you went, all right, I'm going to
Yeah.
cash out.
you wouldn't be sleeping, would you?
You'd
There's no
just be
way.
sitting there.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Going,
be sleeping.
if this horse gets up,
Yeah.
I am never going to, because difference between 200 and a
Yeah.
million is different.
Massive difference.
200 is a nice year, few holidays.
Yeah, that's
A
right.
million, that's a house.
Yeah, change of life. Yeah.
It's a tough one. It's a question I put to a lot of people. It's not work related and not PCR related at all, especially gambling.
Yeah.
But we've been at not at work, possibly at work, but I got to say not at work. We've been trying to find the most obscure thing to bet on,
Yeah.
and we were betting on the Louisiana Cornhole Championship the other day.
Never even heard of that.
You know what cornhole is?
Nah.
Cornhole is where you got the two sort of wood planks and you got to throw like a bean bag.
Oh, yeah.
It was in cornhole.
Yeah.
There's like a national championships in America.
And you can bet on that.
We were
now.
betting on it.
Yeah.
We were trying to do, there was like some under 18s, I don't know, Kazakhstan volleyball or something. We were betting on. We're just losing our money.
Oh, geez.
We're losing our money.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can bet on it, that's the scary thing.
It's crazy. You can bet on anything these days. It's
I know.
unbelievable.
There is a little bit of gambling going on it. Just friendly.
Yeah.
Just friendly gambling on the tables.
Is there a bookmaker at
No.
PCR in the night?
Don't say that to Glenn Austin because he'll probably organise one. No, there is. I think it's actually the other boxing event, the RQCC. I think they do something where you tip the fighters, like who wins each one, and everyone enters it, and then if you tip red in the first and blue wins, then all the red people come out and it's like a last man standing.
Yeah.
I think that's what they do, and there's a prize. I'm not too sure about the RQCC, which is the other corporate event.
Yeah.
But on the table, there's always a few. There's always a few little
Few
punts and
bets,
stuff.
few
Yeah,
made bets.
I sit away from all of that. I don't sit. I just sit with my two mates at the desk, and I don't get involved in anything. I don't even drink on the night.
Yeah.
I just it's funny because it is the longest night, but it seems to go like just bang, it's over. Well, you would have been there.
Yeah, it's good. Sit down, have a few drinks, have dinner.
How are you going to take it all in? It's what I want people to take it in, like everything from the 9 weeks. How have you, like, do people sit down afterwards and actually just, because the thing is, I know that in 8 months it's on again. So
Yeah.
I've got the next one coming, but I just want, what could someone say to you to actually just help you take in the whole experience? Because it's life-changing what you guys are doing.
Yeah. I don't know, what do you just watch the replays after the event? Or?
I think just during it.
Yeah.
Like, because everyone just thinks training is a nightmare and they question their lives
Yeah.
when they're doing those bag sprints. And I look at
it's-
people's faces and they're like, what am I doing here?
It can be grueling, yeah. Like I said to you, some days you just go, what am I doing? What have I done? But you just keep going.
I do that when I'm trying to do the artwork for you guys. What have I agreed to?
Yeah. You just keep going. I just take one day at a time and keep going forward.
But you are taking it all in?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm also enjoying the the moment as well.
The process of
Yeah.
it.
I'll be pretty happy to tell my grandkids one day I had a fight at 47. It's not.
No.
Not every man does it at that age.
No.
do they?
God, no. Unless you're
So,
Paul King, who
yeah.
goes back to back.
Yeah, that's right.
56.
That's very impressive. So yeah, it's something I'm proud of for myself that I'm doing.
I'm not sure if people, people that go there and experience it understand, but not just you, but any amateur boxers or professional boxers. I hope everyone gives you guys the respect that you deserve for getting in there and fighting in front of that many people.
Yeah. Not just that too. Now, when I look back at my younger brother, now I respect him a lot more because as a jockey when he was 54, riding...
54 years old?
54 kilos.
54 kilos, sorry. Okay.
Riding 500 kilo racehorses. Mate, it's insane. You know what I mean? Like, and they're in the sauna, they're losing weight, they're not eating.
Those horses are so much bigger up close. I didn't realise how big they are.
Insane. So, same as me. At my age, to hold my weight at 67, you don't realise what I eat sometimes and what I have to go through. It's insane. I can't even have a beer or two, bro. If I have a couple of beers, 1 kilo just goes up just like that.
Really?
It's crazy.
Madness.
It's just got to, but I just got to do it till the event, and after that I can...
blow out.
I don't know if I want to blow out, but I can have a couple of beers and relax. Yeah.
Just stay hydrated after the fight. Yeah. Just make sure you won't. No one will do it. I tell everyone. I say after your fight, just get in at least a litre of water and then do what you want. Yeah. They're like, yeah, sure, Brad. Yeah. Straight, beers, Brad. And I'm like, okay, you deserve it. You've done enough. Yeah. So
no, it's all good. Yeah. It's all for a good cause. So.
You reckon you're going to stay at this weight? This is going to be. I'd
like to stay there, 67, 68. It's just easier for me, Brad. I can take the kids to the park, play footy with them, throw the ball around, go for a run. Mm. What's the point of doing all that work and then going back to where I was? There's no point.
No.
It's just, you know what I mean?
You're right.
I want to stay fit and
I suppose set a good example for the kids as well.
You know, show them what I'm doing and what I'm eating and
and I think it'd be good
shakes and chicken and broccoli and the kids, they watch all that stuff too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and there's some big kids going around at the moment.
Bloody earth is.
When you went to school, tell me this: when you went to school, there was maybe the one kid that was a little bit chubby, and he got called Chubbs. You can't do that anymore. But we had a kid that they nicknamed Chubbs.
Yeah,
and I know. I think back. Sorry about if I did call him that. I'm sorry. I was at primary school, and he was the odd one out.
Yeah.
Well, you have a look around the school now, and you go,
it's crazy,
big.
Yeah.
And somewhere I see it a lot is if you're going to like if you have an event, like if there's an event or something that you see, like the Raw show, you see all the footage. And there's a lot of really big people. Yeah. And you go back and have a look at footage in the 80s and 90s, and all the guys are just stick thin, stubbies. You know, everyone is just really thin.
Yeah, it's a different world, I think, isn't it? It's just different foods, different world.
I think it's the food.
Uber Eats, probably. So easy to access.
You don't even have to. The only thing you have to do is get up and go to the front door.
It's crazy.
And you got your food.
Insane.
Imagine if this is so off topic, but I need to get your opinion on this. If we lost electricity gone. Wow. Okay. How long do you reckon we would last before total mayhem broke out?
It'd be crazy.
There'd be a lot less people in 6 months, wouldn't there?
Jesus.
Imagine that.
Oh, scary.
It's like when the internet goes down and everyone just goes into this panic.
Melted, yeah.
Yeah, what do? Yeah. I'm so bored. Our power went out one night, and I did struggle, but I pretend it didn't bother me. But yeah, it's the reliance that we've got on it.
Just comfort. We're just used to it all.
Yeah. I suppose we saw when there was going to be, if there's no power, there's obviously a shortage of food and everything as well. But we got a bit of a taste of it. Do you remember when COVID first hit?
Mate, I remember going up to that Coles there.
Which one, Mainlands? Yeah, that's quality, that Coles.
I went in there and there was no toilet paper. There was nothing. There was nothing on the shelves. Zero. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, insane. Like, just people, all the shelves were just half empty. Did you ever go in there when COVID was on?
We got the one just up here.
Yeah, the one up there was half empty. Yeah. There's nothing in there. It was like a raid. There was like everyone just gone through there. There was nothing. There was no eggs, no type over. Just whatever you could grab, just grab. Grab some spaghetti, bloody, and some sauce, whatever was left on the shelves.
And
insane.
All this thing about looking after each other, everyone's like, nah, it's all about me today. I'm not doing anything. I was lucky. I got about I'm not saying how, I got about a 2-hour heads up that it was coming.
Yeah.
And I remember calling, I'm not saying where I was, but I was somewhere. I wasn't here. And I called my wife and I said, listen, this is happening. Just very calmly go up to Coles and just grab some stuff and get out.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, fine. And, car park was half full. And something's happened and it's got out. And by the time she was leaving, I did a big shop. Not greedy, but enough.
Yeah.
And by the time she was leaving, car park was full. And then it was just savagery.
Yeah, crazy. Unbelievable.
That's COVID for you.
Yeah. And you see that once in our lifetime, I think.
I did like that period, though, where everyone was locked inside.
Yeah.
I did enjoy that because I wasn't.
Yeah.
I rode my bike to work.
Yeah.
And I rode down the Graham Farmer Freeway on a push bike. And it was like The Walking Dead was popular at the time, and it was not a car on the road, and it was so nice.
Yeah. Peaceful.
Peaceful.
Yeah.
That's what is that Thailand, is that what's that environment, this is going back, we're skipping back here a bit, but is that what makes it so appealing? Is that relaxed kind of paradise lifestyle?
Relaxed atmosphere, yeah, more relaxed.
Do they? Because they don't have much stuff, do they? We got.
They
stuff.
just have a simple life. You know what I mean?
And you have a look around here. Look at the crap I've got in this room.
They just have a simple life. They're happy to get their 2 or 3 meals a day and just live a normal, simple life.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, just just a house made out of Colorbond steel and whatever.
Yeah,
There's just you just appreciate what the poor people, sometimes they live a more simpler life, don't they?
and they're happier.
They're happier. Less stress, less headaches, no dramas.
Do you think
they eat healthier?
Do you think that with us getting apparently smarter, even though a lot of people don't act it, do you think with us getting smarter is what's causing a lot of people to be more miserable?
Well, it's fine trying to find inner peace, isn't it?
That's hard.
Yeah. Everyone's chasing, $1 million house, do this, that. Just ends up, doesn't end up easy, does it?
It doesn't. And seeing everything on social media.
Yeah,
I tell my kids none of that stuff's real.
Yeah, nothing's real.
It's all false and it's lies.
Yeah, until you go and appreciate what the poor people, how they live, and watch them, and you go, wow, I'm just happy sitting here on the beach having a coconut water, just chilling out, not worrying about,
Just taking it easy.
Yeah.
Just not worrying.
Have me $4,000 mortgage or something, you know what I mean?
That is living that simple life. But the social media, it's how none of it's real.
It's hectic.
Yeah, a friend of mine, I should say an acquaintance in case my wife hears it, but a friend of mine does OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And this person, she says all of her stuff is, it's all about money, and I'm in the top 2% of Australia, and I live in this house and all that. She is so broke. But you have a look at her, and she is living the dream.
Yeah.
She's got a fancy house. It's not a house.
Yeah.
Car that's not her car.
Yep.
And people just buy into it. People drink the Kool-Aid. They believe it's all happening.
Crazy.
We need an easier life, don't we?
It's possible.
Where though? Where'd you go?
Probably Thailand.
What would your partner say about moving? Would you move to Thailand?
I wouldn't move there, but I like going there. That's where I find my my zen, my relaxation, just from the modern world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Still pretty cheap to fly up there.
Still cheap, yeah.
That's what you need, isn't it?
Food's cheap. Everything's good. Yeah, it's clean. You don't get sick. You can train.
That's all you need.
That's all you
That's
want.
all you need.
Yeah,
Maybe
stay
I should start some Muay Thai or
You
something.
can stay fit and eat healthy. What else do you want?
There's not much. I think, is it getting to, maybe it's just our age that we're at, that we just got different priorities now.
Yeah.
You just don't want to hurt.
That's
You
right.
know,
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
you know, don't want to win any footy premiership. I just don't want my back to hurt anymore. Huh. All right, we'll get back on this. First, you did send me through your nickname. One of the people that got the nickname Shirley.
Now I put it to...
Really? Not Chuck Liddell, the Iceman?
I'm going Great White. It's a lot easier because of my surname, you know?
Wesley the Great White.
Yeah.
I like it.
Easier.
That's all right.
Yeah. Well, they call me Land Shark anyway because I sell cars, so I might as well go Great White.
Make sure you send that through to Pim. Get that updated, because if you don't...
Yeah, she's done it.
Has she?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. I can't even see. I'm not going to click on that. That'll tell you matchups. I'll have to have a look at this. And your song that you're going with an Eminem song?
Yeah.
Can't wait to try to get this one cleared for copyright. Oh, I'm just waiting for someone to do AC/DC. You know,
You said AC/DC, so yeah.
if you want AC/DC, you can do it, but it just makes my life very hard. But then again, when I talked to Nicky the other day, we played 20 Oasis songs and not one of them got flagged, which I was stunned about. Which Eminem song is it? Let's have a listen to this banger.
Till I Collapse.
Let's have a look at this. We'll have a listen to this song. Get you pumped here. Is it... I should get YouTube Premium. I've been saying that for about 10 years. I'm not going to get it.
No.
Whereabouts is it coming in? How far into it?
I think I counted about a minute, I think.
Let's have a listen to this bad boy. Don't get me pumped.
Yeah.
I didn't pick this for you.
Yeah.
Are you an Eminem? Are you a...
I like Eminem. Yeah.
This will be good. This will be good to come out, because they come out and it's the music is loud when you come out. It's not some background. It's not like the Mac Mini speaker that you're hearing through now. It's it'll get you pumped.
Yeah, it's good.
Do you listen to this each day to get you going?
When I'm training, I like listening to it. Yeah.
Do they get the music going? That was the difference. I couldn't work out at Counterbalance what was different. There was something different about the training, and it's the music wasn't pumping.
Yeah.
Do they get the music going now?
Sometimes it's on, sometimes it's not.
I'm pretty sure Craig put a decent sound system in there.
Yeah. Oh, he put it on once. It was really
loud?
Yeah.
Get
really
that
good.
going. That'll get people
Crank
fired
it
up.
Yeah. Crank it up.
That's what you need. That's what you need, especially if you're on red team. That's what they'll do. Craig will look after you guys better than he'll look after the Blues. It'll be good. It'll be nice to be in your team, I reckon.
Yeah.
Like,
When's that start? In a couple of weeks?
From memory, I reckon more than 50% of the fights have already been made.
Yeah.
And I think rather than announce it now, they're just going to make sure. Personally, I think everyone's got an opponent now, but they're going to use this next week just to confirm that they got it right. And if there's any changes that need to be made, they'll make them. Whoever you get is going to be the same level as you. Yep. And that's why I think the next, how many weeks you got? Next 5 weeks are super important, because they're the ones where you got to be training specifically for your partner. Yep. And that extra training session when your body, you know what round 3 does. Like I said, it's 3 2-minute rounds, which doesn't sound much.
It is when you're there. Yeah.
Imagine doing the bag sprints for 6 minutes, because what do you do on those? You do 15 off, 15 on, 15 off or something?
Yeah, something like that. 30 on, 15 off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how you feel. That's round 3. Imagine doing that. Yeah. Imagine a minute or 2 minutes on, 1 minute off. Could you do it?
Yeah. Oh, look, like you say, you just push yourself through, right, don't you?
Yeah. And then copping a shot in the liver.
At the same time.
Oh, how would you feel if someone did give you a bit of a touch-up? Like, if you're that exhausted?
You just got to be prepared, I suppose, right?
They can't hit what they can't touch, can they, Great White?
Yeah, that's right.
That'll be good. Your aftermath plans. You seem to have, just from talking to you, you seem to be have future plans, and you've got yourself into quite a good state, like headspace with your trips to Thailand and your Muay Thai. You did mention that you're going to take the family across to Thailand.
Yeah, my kids want to go.
They've never been?
No.
Would your kids get involved in the Muay Thai as well?
Well, I think if I take them there, I reckon 90% chance they would, yeah.
Are they the kind of kids that get into that stuff?
They would, yeah.
Yeah. And your partner? She'll prefer the cocktails on the beach.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll watch her from the beach.
Yeah. She'll be on the cocktails, I reckon, for sure.
Has she been with you before?
No, she hasn't.
Okay.
No, she hasn't.
Okay. Maybe she might get into it.
She wants to go too, so I'm planning it. Yeah.
Well, she sees how much you love it, she might give it a go as well.
When you're there, probably, because they're so different there, when they see the training there, it's so interesting to watch.
Yeah. And they'll probably see how different you, like, people are afterwards.
Yeah. And there's heaps of kids there too that do it.
Still, it's good for fitness. I'm just not sure whether I'd want to put a kid in a ring.
Oh, not in a ring, but I'm talking just to learn the art of training, not...
So don't train for 2 weeks and then they're not on the main card.
No way.
Where is it? Where in Thailand is all
I go to Phuket, which is a beach.
Yeah.
That's the nice part of it.
That's right.
Yeah.
They do it like in Bangkok and all that?
Nah, Bangkok's... Nah, that's...
You don't like Bangkok?
Nah, city...
That's
jungle.
different, isn't it?
I wouldn't take my kids there, no.
You'd lose them.
Oh, jeez. Probably get kidnapped, hijacked. But, Phuket's nice resorts, nice beaches, get a nice 5-star resort for $200 a night, you know what I mean?
Is it still pretty cheap to stay there?
Yeah.
That's what you need, isn't it?
It's
one thing about going there, but it's...
switch off and relax, Yeah.
And it's when accommodation kills you. Because that's half the price of anything, isn't it?
It's crazy. Over there, and you're on the beach and you got a nice resort. And it's not expensive. And
no.
Food's good.
And here it's like $600 a night for...
Oh. Yeah.
It's worth it at the Crown Tower. Now, that'll be... Are your kids going to come to the event, you reckon?
Sure, it's hard to plan to organise it when I'll find out, see what's happening.
I think they can, if you clear it with the Crown, I think, because they've done it previously, there's a bit of paperwork to go through, but that's no dramas.
Yeah.
I think it's, you make sure they're escorted by by an adult.
Yeah.
They can come in for a specific reason and then they go.
Yeah.
They're not going to be there the whole event.
Yeah.
Running, coming in with a hat.
Yeah.
He's a bookie.
Yeah.
Taking bets. Nice. Well, that's about it, mate.
Oh, good.
We've an hour and a half. That's not too bad today. Have we covered everything that you need to cover?
We've covered a fair bit, eh?
We did. It does go very quick in here, doesn't it? So, well, mate, you've got, how many days did I say? Do I still have the thing up? I don't. Let's have a look how many days you've got. By the time I get this out, it's going to be a little bit extra. You've got 43 days to go.
Yeah.
So you're basically a third of the way through. It's going to come down. You got, 8 days, you're going to have your team. You're going to be donned in red or blue. You're going to have your opponent. It's going to step up.
Yeah.
Gets so much more fun.
Oh,
much more fun. That's not proper English. It is a lot more fun once you're in your teams. And it gets, there's the banter going back and forth. And it's, but yeah, it's all jokes. No one has any. And there was one guy, two guys, many years ago had animosity. Yeah. But that's the only time. That's another story. But that's the only time I've ever seen any animosity. Yeah. And you guys are all best of friends afterwards, which is good. Want to wish you all the best for the last 43 days, 14 hours, 27 minutes, a few seconds to go in your Perth Corporate Rumble campaign, wherever you are fighting on the night. I look forward to it. It's good to have a chat to you.
Thanks for the interview. Really appreciate it.
No worries. First time we've got to really chat. It's been quite short and sharp at training.
Yeah. So when you're training, it's hard to
have a talk. Yeah, it is, mate. And live just around the corner. We're basically neighbours.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll see you around. But thanks for coming in, mate. Wish you all the best, and I look forward to seeing you, albeit training this weekend.
Thank you. I'll see you Sunday then.